Good day everyone. So today I'll be showing you how you can build your website entirely from scratch using ChatGPT. So you don't need to have full entire knowledge on coding. You don't have to know all coding. You don't have to know everything about coding before you can build anything tangible, before you can build a website, before you can do everything concerning your website. You don't really need to know everything about coding. Although in some other videos I'm going to post, in more of my videos, I'm going to show you how you can post your videos, how you can post your websites online and make your website visible to your users, make it visible to your customers. So today I'll be showing you how you build your website using ChatGPT. So stay tuned to the end, watch this video to the end so you can get all that information. Thank you. So basically you can use ChatGPT to enhance your code to build your websites. You can build your website using ChatGPT. So you need to follow some basic steps for it to work out. Else you would have some challenges because ChatGPT doesn't really give you the real code you need. But if you can define it well, you can plan it well, you should get what you are looking for. So now the first step is planning your website. So before you start any coding or anything, you're working with ChatGPT, so you have to first plan the process. You have to first plan the process of your website building, everything you want to do. You have to first plan everything. So then you have to define your website's purpose, the features, how you want the design to be. Also, although using ChatGPT is always more quite useful for experts, maybe experts in web design, or maybe experts that use other kind of other kind of languages, other kind of medium, like maybe WordPress, other kind of medium to build their websites. Those are the kind of people that ChatGPT is actually good for, or those that are actually good in it. But even as a beginner, you can still use it. You can also still use it. So what you are going to do is you have to define your website's purpose, the features and design. So you can ask ChatGPT too about it. And you generate website ideas based on your niche. That is based on the niche of what you are building. Based on, let's say maybe I'm building a website on e-commerce now. I have to generate ideas like what are the products. Maybe I want to be selling shoes, I want to be selling bags. Are those the things I want to put on my website? How do I want my customers to see them? Do I want my customers to see them? Do I want my customers, how do I want my customers to receive them? How do I plan that my customers will be making payment to me? What are my plans? What are my ideas? Based on how is if you are building a website, you actually, it's more like you are planning a business. So it's just something like that. So let's move on. You have to suggest design layouts and UI components. So you have to suggest some layouts, some basic design layouts. So it's just like normally building a website. So you have to go online and look for some templates you can use. You can search for that on Google. You can just search for on Google and search for some basic templates. So show you some you can pick from. So and you search for UI components, the best UI components you can use. Okay, they said the next one, create a sitemap and structure for your page. What's the meaning of sitemap? Sitemap means like how you want your page to look online. That is, maybe you need a domain name or maybe hosting services. A sitemap basically means how your site will look. Sitemap, more like when they say I have Google Map now. I'm traveling somewhere now. How am I going to navigate to where I'm traveling to? That's a map. So basically, you are creating like a storage point. So basically, like how you are going to create a point where your users can come to your website and visit it, and they can find it easy to visit your website. That's just the meaning of that. So let's move to the next point. It says generating code for your website. So now, if you want to generate code for your website, you have to ask ChatGPT, because we are discussing mainly about ChatGPT here. So you ask ChatGPT to generate HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Next.js code. Although it's based on what you need actually. It's based on what you need. So you ask it to generate the code for you, tell it the kind of code, the kind of stuff you are building. So you tell it that. So now so for a basic HTML and CSS side, you can tell it something like generate a simple responding landing page with HTML and CSS. So I'm going to give you something simple. I won't advise you to do something simple, because what you are building might be complex. So, and you need complex knowledge. Although you might not depend only on ChatGPT actually, but if you can actually use some kind of wisdom, you can ask ChatGPT some questions and you can make it give you the answer you need. So if you tell ChatGPT you want to build maybe an e-commerce website, or you want to build a responsive landing page, so and ChatGPT sends you a code, so you are going to tell ChatGPT next that you need things like um, carts, shopping carts, or you need things like pictures. I think at the end of this video, I'll try to do it. I'll try to show you a video of just maybe a basic e-commerce website. So maybe you can just have something to think about, just grasp on. So you can. So let's move on to JavaScript functionality. It says write JavaScript to validate. Okay, that's an example. You can tell it to write JavaScript code to validate the contact form. And the last one, you can just tell it that you want to build a React app. Tell it create a React component for a navbar with a drop down menu. And finally, you can tell it, if you are dealing with backend, you tell it generate an Express.js server with authentication. Or you basically just tell it what the exact thing you need. So on that, let's do some practical work on that. So let's say I want to let's copy that first one. Let's copy that. So now I copy this now. Sorry, this is taking too much time. Okay, let's leave that for now. So I'm telling ChatGPT so create a landing page, create a responsive landing page. So I'm telling ChatGPT to do that for me. So now let's move next. So I'll tell ChatGPT now to create it. Now it's going to create it. So it's going to create it. I'll tell it create it with code. Let's see the results. It's loading. Sorry about that. I'm going to pause this. Sorry. So hi guys, I've um I've generated it now. So I this is the this is what I sent to ChatGPT. I told ChatGPT generate a simple responsive landing page with HTML and CSS. So this was it now told me, saying here is a simple responsive landing page using HTML and CSS, includes hero section, a service section, and a contact button. Layout is responsive, meaning it adapts well on both desktop and mobile screens. So it sends the code to me. This is the index.html file. I'll copy that now. I've copied that. So as I've copied that now, okay, let me copy the style.css also. That one's also much. So let me paste that on my pad. So I won't need to be okay. Let me paste that here. Pasting the style.css. So and index.html also, copying that. So I've copied index.html. Okay, so I'll paste that here also. So now it's time to code. It's time to code. So let me go to my code editor. So guys, so I'm in my code editor and I've pasted the code here. So if you don't know how coding works, if you want to build a website, you need basically an index.html file, style.css, and some other files for the development parts, maybe JS file or Python file, whatever file you need. It's actually based on whatever you are building, whatever you are creating. So I've pasted all the code inside here. This is the index.html code. So you can see that. Let me open the style.css so you can see. So this is the style.css. So I'm going to run it now. I'm going to run it right now. So this is it. I'm running it. What's the problem? Sorry, please give me a minute, please. Please just give me a minute. I don't know what's wrong. I think there must be an error. Copy that. Copying that right now. Okay, so now let's run the code. You can see it's just a basic website kind of template, but ChatGPT will give you something recent. So you can see it looks something recent, but it's still not good enough. That's why you will just need to develop it and make it look much more better. So so that's it for this video. So thank you so much. If you stay to this level, thank you so very much. So in the closing end of this video, I'm going to show you that e-commerce website I promised you about. I'm going to show you. So thank you very much guys. Thank you for staying tuned to this time. Thank you so much. So bye bye. So this is basically an example of an e-commerce website. So although it doesn't have to really be like this, many doesn't have to be like this. You can you can start something else. Some people do some things whereby at this top corner where you see that welcome to Temu, you see their logo and most of their stuff there. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to do just that. Let me show you one more example. Okay, I think this is my own personal work. Let me show you that. Sorry. Okay, so you can see this is one I built myself. So this is an e-commerce website. I built this myself. So let me show you this in desktop version. Check desktop version, because this version now is the version I showed you before is on mobile. So this is on desktop. So this is the way it looks. You can see this is how a basic e-commerce website looks. So you can try something out. Just meet ChatGPT and say, I want to create something, I want to build something, to do something for you. Thanks guys. Thanks for staying tuned. Thanks for watching with me. Thank you so much. I'll 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 be posting more videos from time to time, and please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thank you so much for always being with me. And whatever you think, whatever you suggest, maybe you like it, you like the way I'm doing it, or maybe I'm not doing it enough, and you feel like you can suggest some things to help me out. Please, I am open to corrections. I'm very much open to corrections. This I really need help also. Please, you can help me out. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I'll meet you guys in the comment section. Bye.